Hey guys, welcome back to the Talos Principle. Man, I didn't get an opportunity to record this for about a week, but I don't know, hopefully I won't be rusty too much. Here we are in World B. We have enough stars to open up this gate. And if assuming that there's 3 gates, each of which I assume require 10, so if that's true, there must be 30 stars in the game, which means I must be missing only 4, which is less than I would expect, but alright, here we go. Let's get this ball rolling. It's my favorite kind of puzzle. It's the sigil puzzle. I love fitting things together. It makes me so happy on the inside. So far, so good, but it always feels that way because they trick you into false sense of security, because there's no real way of knowing whether you're playing properly or... Motherfucker. Aha! I did it. Just put duplicate. Duplicate. What, can I just break the tip off? That's what she said? Gross. Maybe if I put the L shape in first, it'll make more sense to me, so... Let's put these ones away. Down. Nope, that won't work. Nope. 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 Alright. Let's start over. Okay, so... I don't even know, man. I still have failed to even begin to establish a strategy for dealing with these motherfuckers in their gold-ass privileged lifestyle. They don't even know what the poor man has to deal with, yo. Jesus Christ. Yay! An L shape. I have plenty of those. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Ta-da! Progress is made and I can go back to having so much fun. So, if it were to be true that there's 30 stars in the game, that must mean I'm missing 4 in World B. But I could be wrong, because who knows how many there are. What's this say? 6. 6 star. Did the other one have a weird sign too? I don't remember. So, we have 3 shapes to go for. L, L, Z. And they all involve connectors. This will be interesting. Last time I came into this one of these places, they taught me a whole new mechanic, which was that I could use that, what's that? Just a random bush? Last time I came into a gray zone, it's when we learned that you could use an axe to chop down trees. Didn't necessarily come up again, but still, that was a surprise. It's like, it was such a literal puzzle that I didn't see it coming. So what do we have here? I haven't had a new... Just when you think you're running out of new computers to visit, here we go. So, let's open orangutan.html. A medical journal has published a startling new theory about last year's sudden, shocking extinction of the orangutan. See our award-winning video of that last orangutan at this link. They suggest that the virus responsible was not a new mutation, but a very old one. An ancient virus buried until now in high-latitude permafrost, set free by global warming. The virus may have plagued the ancestors of the modern great apes more than 100,000 years ago. Several important questions remain unanswered, including... More importantly, the study suggests that, based on samples taken from locations around the globe, the incubation period may... If you like this article, you may also like How to Really Avoid Heart Attacks. You won't believe what's living under this rock. Top 10 Amazing Science Facts. Oscar's nip slip, explained by physics. How to easily beat any infection. So, the ice caps were basically ice caps were melting, or not ice caps in this case, but you know, the permafrost was melting. I guess that would high latitude permafrost. I suppose actually would be. No, yeah, not the same thing. Not the same thing as ice caps. Ice caps are on mountains. Whatever. So, the permafrost was melting, which is the place that's permafrost is known for being the area that's basically frozen year-round. Like, it doesn't matter, like, there's no hot season that's going to melt it. So, in other words, global warming, as a result of human interaction, melts this area, lets out a virus, and it wipes out the orangutan just like that. Now that could be an incredibly important clue about the symptoms and the disease that seems to be wiping out all of humanity. It would seem that basically global warming let out a virus and killed everybody. I'm actually surprised by how almost definitive that answer seems to be, since they've been so wide open about it so far. Not even in the World 3-star area, but the World 2 one, although they don't really have a forced order for them, I suppose. The ancient poets animated all sensible objects with gods or geniuses, calling them by the names and adorning them with the properties of woods, rivers, mountains, lakes, cities, nations, and whatever their enlarged and numerous senses could perceive. And particularly they studied the genius of each city and country, placing it under its mental deity, till a system was formed, which some took advantage of and enslaved the vulgar by attempting to realize or abstract the mental deities from their objects. Thus began priesthood, choosing forms of worship from poetic tales. And at length they pronounced the gods had ordered such things. Thus men forgot that all deities reside in the human breast. That was you can tell that was an older document because it had very interesting sentence structure. Usernames. Is this just going to be everyone? Nope, it's an email. From George Jameson to the Ian mailing list. Subject. In response to usernames. It's, working now. Each iteration is assigned its own unique name drawn randomly from the database. At the moment, that's a database of online gaming handles, which does sound a bit odd, but I don't think we should spend more time on this. We have unique identifiers, so we're fine. More than that, it's a luxury we can't more than that's just a luxury we can't afford. If we should happen to have everything else finished on time, I'll go back and generate a new database, with more appropriate names. Right now, I just can't be a priority. George. 6N. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 floors. It's just a picture highlighting the fact that there's 6 floors. That's probably them just making sure that you notice, hey, there's 6 floors on that elevator. Gee, I wonder what these gray pieces are for. Ooh, spooky. Makes sense to put that here in particular because you're pretty much guaranteed to miss some grays as you progress. So, there's a good chance that as you go through World 2, if you have a 50% chance, not grays, sorry, stars. If you have a 50% chance success rate with getting stars, then you would be getting your first, gray area in World 2 most likely. So, can I cycle around back or is it going to kick me out? Is going to be a good thing to find out. Especially now, before I've solved any puzzles so I won't get kicked out. I never thought I would figure out how to get to this place. It is beautiful, but somehow sad. And there's a moon. Look at the moon. Just one moon though, huh? Okay. So someone made the point, it's probably main G, because it's usually main G, made the point that apparently the open world is no skybox. Like, that's a skybox because the sky, literally the skybox. But apparently all of the distant scenery is all polygonal, which is unique. Not very many games do that. Definitely not Halo games, which are famous for those skyboxes. Although they have beautiful skyboxes. I'm gonna want to look around thoroughly before I go into any puzzles, just to see what I can figure out. Granted, it might be good to explore after puzzles too, because then I'm not at as much risk of dying and resetting. But it's always good to see what we can find. Nope. Should I see if I can make it there?
I am the words everything, where the words end the world.
I don't know if I can get around it.
Go forward in an absence of space.
Care.
Repeat. In the beginning were the words, and the words made the world. I am the
you
words,
can't stop me, apparently.
Is
there anything back here? This would be a great place to put this would be a great place to put my QR code if there's a painting thing. Since apparently I can get behind that building. I'm gonna lose my fucking... Okay, chill. Jesus. Start to feel sick after a while. That'd be a fun place to hide a QR code, because clearly does not seem like a place you'd be able to go to. So, is this a giant test chamber, or is it just a wall you can walk around? There's one chamber there, one chamber there. Open area. Something. We have a QR code. We cannot achieve the goal of the process on our own. We must find a way to help each other. Brachial. I actually haven't needed that much help from others so far. But maybe that's just because I'm so awesome. Although, obviously, if our program's iterating, then we inherently are all being helped by each other anyway. So, take a quick look-see around. Look at these ruins over here. You can probably platform up these to some extent, right? Come on, love me. They probably won't let you do it, actually. They usually are really good about making hitboxes you can't jump. Oh, hello. Way to prove me wrong mid-sentence. I can't see how this can possibly go. Oh, crap. Am I terped? I may have become terped. Or not. So we have some ruins. No apparent benefit for climbing on them. Nothing nearby. If I got a laser, if I needed to elevate a laser, getting on top of those ruins may be a adequate opportunity in which to do so. Let's take a quick look around the back of this giant test chamber. I assume these dunes you can't be explored.
The words and the words made the world. I am the words.
There's a mountain off in the distance. There's a pyramid off in the distance, and lots of seizure-inducing effects. So let's get out of here. Oh, I misinterpreted that. Okay, so you can't wrap around that building. It kicks you the F out. Okay, I'll take a quick look down the right side just to see if there's any QR codes. They've hidden a crowbar in one of these before. Had to take a look at that. Okay, so we're probably about done with the overworld. Last time, there was objects in the overworld that I used to solve puzzles. This time, a whole lot of fucking nothing. So, okay, I'm out. Chill game. Okay. So far, a whole lot of nothing out here. So, maybe it's just gonna be the puzzles themselves. I wonder if there's anything especially secret inside. We'll take a look in this chamber. So that's going to be my last test chamber in my head at least. And there's a spire at the end of it. No more QR codes. Okay. This area is relatively devoid of secrets. I found like 2 codes and that's it. Let's just get started then. Merry-go-round. Okie dokie. Rotation. That suggests movement. How do you have movement in a puzzle game such as this? Unless we have a recorder. Let me double check what it said we have. Nope, just says connector. So the only thing that means it can only be connector and jammer, basically. So we have a red receiver. Nothing over there. Blue receiver. Oh. We have a blue receiver and blue source right there. And nothing here. No apparent uses of blue around here, right? Oh. Okay. Let's see. Oh, nope. Okay. I was thinking there's a blue receiver here, so what can I do if I hook that up? But the only way to do that would be to go through this window, and clearly there's a wall in the way as intended, so I can't continue that way. So, in here, there's blue. Okay. They give me a jammer, so that means I can jam the door I just opened, right? Or I could jam the next door. That's also an option. Take a quick look-see back here. Nothing apparent back here, but I could easily put a jammer through this door and attach that right there. So, we will see how this happens. First of all, I'm gonna say we probably want to jam, not the one I just jammed, but this door right in front of us, since that gives us the ability to open the door right in front of me right here, which means I can use the jammer on the next step. Anything back here? Nope. Alright, so we have a red source right here, and I want to connect that to the red receiver, most likely. But for now, I can just jam that shit and move the fuck on. You can't do nothing about it. Alright, so, gray L right here. How do I get to gray L is the question. I need to connect blue to blue. How do I connect blue to blue? Oh, once I connect blue to blue, then I'm going to get another connector, which I can use to proceed, potentially. But, how do I connect blue to blue from here? Oh, I get it. This is easy. My jammer's already on this side, so I can jam it from behind, come here, pick it up, jam that in a moment. But now this connector's not as necessary, so I can try to connect blue to blue, which may not be possible. It may... Oh wait, I can just go through this door. Aha! I see, said the blind man. I can't connect from here, never mind. What if I can... Maybe I can do it from the next window. We'll see in a second here. Jam from here. And... I can show you the world. Nope, no direct line of sight. Alright, so get rid of blue. Let's switch to red then from here. I've been able to get this far. Which means I can grab this asshole, grab it from here. Jam from behind again. You're not the boss of me, game. You can't do what I do. Okay, so... Hopefully I don't trap myself in here. We now have access to 2 connectors. Okay, this is officially a game changer. So, most likely my goal is to get blue out here, right? So, at that point, my goal must be... Oh, okay. So, I'm pretty sure my goal is now to do exactly what I've already done, but in reverse until I can get back outside. Because once I can get back outside, I can take the new connector into the central area and use it to more adequately connect things. Because I need blue to go through the central courtyard in order to proceed at this point. And the only way to do that, probably, is to take one of these assholes and bring it right on through. Okay, so... I'll just make you guys redundant for a moment here. That's fine. Oh! What have I done? Oh wait, I can just put it back down. It doesn't matter. Ta-da! For a second there I thought I trapped myself and completely ruined everything. So, one of you guys can come out here. So I can't do this window, right? Nope. So, it should now be possible to connect in more disparate directions. So I can go shoot through that window and continue. Now it's time to do everything you saw me do already, but again. Isn't that the most exciting thing ever? So, I'll be surprised if I already solved the entire puzzle just like this, because this has been not particularly hard. This isn't particularly hard even for a level, like a Sea World level, let alone a, oops, don't skip a step. This wouldn't be particularly hard for a sea level, let alone a gray level, which you'd expect to be much harder. Although I guess I don't necessarily have a great memory right now of how hard the previous gray ones were either. Alright, blue connected to blue. Now I can move the jammer and connect to the next door. Oh my. So, is there anything left or did I win? Is the question now. Oh. Oh my. It would appear that I have not won yet. So, right when I think I'm at the full extent of my abilities, I find myself at the final barrier. Unsuccessful, according to some. So far we've been piggybacking here. The question now, how do I get blue to that doorway? Can't go through here. This gates don't work that way. Okay. And the moment that I... This might be difficult. Is there any way to connect to that? Oh no, I totally could have connected that one directly through the window all the way here. I'll be back with you guys in a minute. I have to like hopscotch, I have to bunny hop all the way back to the beginning and slightly move the first laser. Because unfortunately, I'm not capable of moving through this thing without moving everything over and over again. Ta-da! I can't believe I missed that. Not a big setback, just kind of a waste of time. Oh, this was my mistake. Here at the receiver, I can get a much better angle by shooting through this window right over here, and then across. There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't quite get the angle I was trying to get, and it's because I'm one step away from everything being perfect, as I often want to do. So, back to the repetition for a brief moment here while I grab this dude. Alright. Now let's find a better location here at the far direction. In line of sight, line of sight. And that should be a proper spot where I can put something in the back corner and be able to place it accordingly to proceed. Alright, so here we go. I can shoot all the way across and then to the door I'm trying to connect to. That's where I was missing. That's the one thing I was missing, is I made the mistake of putting it in the central courtyard based on an original assumption, and that was not a correct assumption to make. Still, despite a few hiccups, still pretty easy for what I'd expect from a gray tome. Alright, gray complete. 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 out of 9. I don't know why I had to count them. There's 3 worlds of 3 pieces each. Seems pretty self-explanatory. So, now I can just casually walk through the whole area. So this would be a good place to check out, for sure, whether or not there's a... Well, I would not be surprised if this new configuration allowed me to place more specific laser combinations from place to place. In fact, I may even go up, make a point out of, let's go ahead and make a point out of moving this further into the puzzle real quick. Because if I take this connector all the way to the entrance, hang on a second here. Just have to do the same thing I've been doing the whole puzzle. Keep that sequence bouncing. All right. Now I can take this gate I can take this all the way outside. What's noteworthy here is we have a red source. So now this means if I proceed accordingly, see, the blue is obvious. I can do the blue without even solving the puzzle. I just put the blue out in the open and we're done. But what I find noteworthy here is that you can connect to red now and place it here by the doorway. Ta-da! So, what does that gain me? Is there an obvious red spot? There is not. But when I enter the next puzzle, for all we know, there may be a use for a red laser, so I'm going to keep that there just in case. I'm going on pure hypothesis here, so it could be total bullshit, but I figure blue is obvious and you get it immediately. Red you have to dig for, and you can only gain access to the ability to bring it out here. I guess you could have just used that window, huh? Or no, window break. Does window break line of sight? You might still be able to do it right there, I guess. So maybe red isn't as hard as I thought it was. I don't know. The specific location of the opening of the gate feels like it's designed to help you shoot a red laser, so we'll see if the next chamber requires red. Peekaboo! Oh, cool, bouncy bots. I am A-okay with bouncy bots. Anything that is not... So, play button and connector, okay. The ongoing connector use is promising. Oh. You know what I could do? I could connect the blue through the doorway and then shoot it through there. And I could probably... I might be able to solve the puzzle without even solving the actual puzzle by shooting it across the center. That said, these bouncing guys are probably specifically timed to not let you use these areas properly, so probably need multiple lasers for that. So you open this door, so obviously press the record button. Hang out like a bro. Hanging out like a bro, helping all my homies. Okay. Moving back. Do a quick look around. Is there anything in here besides the laser? No. Okie dokie. So, surprise! Red laser! Yep, that doesn't make any sense. So, our goal is going to be... Let's see here. We need to connect blue to blue. The question is, how do we do it in a way that does not... The only way to possibly connect to that spot would be to shoot it through these beams. Noteworthy, there's a solid beam in the middle. Because there's a solid beam in the middle, the suggestion there is that you logically I try to place the connector first, and that would make it possible, right? But there's a solid beam there, so whatever's here can't be a connector because it's not going to work. I can create a duplicate, which is good. So what I think I'm going to do is, we've kind of already solved this puzzle before. When you have something that's going to continually break the connection, what you can do is go ahead and attach these real quick. What you can do is make a point to this. I'm out of line of sight. I must have to do it from here, right? Is that connecting? When I press the button, at least. There we go. So we have line of sight. The problem is the thing's going to keep disconnecting it. But if there's a continuous stream, the way that you can make a continuous stream in this situation is that since one thing's disconnecting it, if you make a duplicate of the laser, you're set. So let's go ahead and hit record. Right click to not reset my connections. Click again. It should be all set now. Oh, yep, yeah. Okay, now I'm just gonna hang out. And we're gonna hang out for a nice long time, hearing this annoying sound, so that my recording hangs out on the button long enough for us to win. Okie dokie. Way to go, me. Waiting. Okay, here we go. And go. So that guy grabs the connector. He's gonna move it over there and step on the button. And now there's gonna be a double connection. Once he steps on the... Yeah. Because he can only disconnect the... Oh. Oh, no. This is harder than I thought it would be. Okay, so I didn't think about the fact that there's two... Oh, that's an interesting problem. So, the problem we're facing here is that there's two separate guys causing the problem. So, they're alternating, and the problem that causes the problem there is that they actually do interrupt in sequence there, so I can't evenly space them like that. So, the next step, I believe, would be to make one laser, like, right... Does that connect? I'm gonna make one laser right there, and one laser, like, right there. If it's at the right angle, then that guy can't disconnect both of them. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. I have to go for the shallowest angle possible. We need to get rid of their advantage that they have from having two guys. Oh, that's not gonna connect. Is that a little closer? Trying to skim this one as close as possible. Alright, that's gonna connect. Was it? And that's gonna connect. Okay, so. Stepping on buttons. And then we wait. Alright, that's probably enough waiting. Let's hope this works. Come on, future me, fix my problems. You can do it. My hope is that one guy can't... Oh, can he cross both lasers at once? Well, I guess we'll find out here. Mother. Okay, they're too close together. I need to just take it a further step back. We'll try it again. I'm moving it a little closer, hoping that makes it gives me a little bit of a better angle here, because I want to get as far in this direction as possible. I need to make a difference in location that's bigger than the size of that guy. Alright, that's probably long enough. So, future me, let's see if this works. So you see him grab it, move back a little more. What's the gap like between these lasers? Yes, they don't connect. He can't disconnect both at once. So this should be it. I should have won now, right? What's happening? Oh no! I set up a oh no, I set up a location where me standing on the button is... Alright, so I basically nailed it. It's just when I step on the button, I have to step on it over here. See you guys in a bit. Gotta try this again. Alright, here we go again. Same puzzle. I mean, same approach, just staying on a different spot on the button. Are they still far enough apart? They are. Okay. Just barely. Barely is enough, apparently. Suck it. Alright, doors open. But no apparent puzzles here. Huh. Here's a good question, though. What if that one doesn't have laser? No, it clearly has a laser in it. I can see it from here. I was thinking, like, what if I have to somehow bounce lasers across, or maybe I have two separate lasers that both shoot down there? I don't know. This world might not have any This world might not have any between worlds puzzles around here. We'll just see how the next one goes. Glad to have solved the first two. No deaths yet. Well, nothing that can kill me yet in general. Alrighty. Cat's Cradle. So, we have a weird... That's interesting. It's a situation where we're not even blocked off from going through. There's just an there's a floating barrier. That's the first time I've seen a freestanding barrier that has at least as far as I can think of, where we have a barrier that's not actually stopping me from proceeding. It's just stopping me, presumably, from having an ideal angle for a laser. Probably. It's called Cat's Cradle, so I assume that the implication there is that we're going to have severely interwoven-looking lasers. So, we have one connector so far. What do we have in there? Take a quick look. Oh, second connector. Okay. We have two connectors. We have a button, and on that button we have a box. Okay, so what do you activate? You activate this laser location, and the other ones, and our way out. Okay, so that's noteworthy right off the bat. What about, do you activate the distant one? No, that's probably based on something else. Okay, so presumably this box is the only use we have. Oh, interesting, you're a connector. The real source is all the way back there for some reason. Not sure why that would be. Anyway, presumably we need to create some interwoven laser patterns around here, so... Is this our goal, or is this just something else? That's an intermediate area, it has a button on it. Okay, so I need a red source, okay. Red source can wrap right around here and connect to both of these, presumably. Okay, so I can't wrap around behind here, though, because the point of view is blocked. Okay, so... Putting it in place. Immediately we have trouble with the blue laser, as expected. So how do we work around? That's going to be very annoying. I'm going to go ahead and deactivate that before it irritates me. Interesting. So this is where the red source is, and this blue connector, just to make sure that we don't cut off the blue connector, is the only way that we can keep this door open, I assume, right? Yep. So we need to keep red open to even get that far. And if we cut off the red laser, then we can't get that door open in order to proceed. So things are getting very, 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 very interesting. I don't know what happened to my English midway through that attempted sentence. Things are immediately more complicated. Let's take a look back here, see if there's anything important. Blue source, obviously, that's important. Blue source can connect to all the blue things, and that'd be great. But how do we get to red? How do we get red inside? Let's see. Well, if I take this off, what do? We lose blue? I could potentially put a button, one of these connectors here instead. Give me access to this. Come on. There we go. So, if red can connect to red, it might be useful to take blue in a roundabout direction. Let's see here. So, if I elevate blue, it may be possible to shoot it through various directions without it connecting directly with something. Might even be able to connect there for all I know. Oh, blue is connecting with blue, unfortunately. Not intended side effect. Okay, so move you a little closer here. Are you blocking anything now? Alrighty then. So now everything is now connected. Interesting. Except that one off there, but that's not my goal right now. It's just sort of a thing that's around. Question now is, how do I connect red? And how many things do I want to connect to red? I wonder if it'd be handy to... Oh, if I get in here, I get another connector. That's probably a priority then. Huh. To get in there, I need to connect blue around the corner. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and undo what I just did then. Just disconnect you real quick. I'm in fact going to want this. Sorry. I have to wait for a moment. I think I'm already on my way to the solution, but it'd be handy to have another connector. In fact, most likely required. So let's go ahead and indulge upon this part first. Alright, so here we go. We have 3 connectors now. And presumably keeping this door open is probably important. So the question is, can I get that box out of that room? If I get the box out of here, it could be useful for puzzles, but I need something to be on this button to keep it open in order to get the box out in the first place, and so on and so forth. I need to figure out how to get this door open, and then presumably something even worse happens right after that. Anything in this little cubby? Nothing? Okay, I assume that if I go through that... if I go through that door and then whatever's after that inside there is the gray somewhere. Interesting to not be able to see the gray at all. So, we have a red source, and we have a blue source, and then we have a red source and a blue source, and my ultimate goal is to get both of these connected. Now, to use either of these sources, I need to keep both that door and that door open and activated at all times. Or, if I can, I could circumvent things by using the sources that are outside. The question is whether or not those are valid options or not. First of all, if I connect accordingly with this red piece, let's see. If I could somehow get that... Hang on a second. If I could connect this doorway somehow, I'd be circumventing part of the circuit here. Yep, that's immediately a problem. So... Oh, this is an interesting proposal right here. Hang on a second. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. So now we have a catch-22. I could use this doorway. Let's see. I could connect straight through here potentially and keep the door open. Oh, it worked. Okay. So not only do I succeed, but I immediately disconnect one of my problems. Oh, you're going to be a problem. Okay, so we're almost there. I just need to slightly tweak my pattern to go over here. There we go. Does that line us? Oh, now it's too far. So many directions to keep track of. Alright, we should be set now. Which means I should be able to keep that door open, which means I should be able to get that box out of here. Ta-da! And leave. We lose this blue laser, but it may not even be important. This box could be important, though, because it lets me make various laser sources go directly over each other. So, right now, my goal now... I can move this red laser now, because my new goal is not to keep that door open, but to keep that one, and that one, and that one open. So let's get a specific angle for this. There we go. That'll be my red taken care of. Now I just need to deal with blue. Also need to reestablish this circuit real quick. You briefly reestablish the circuit so that it can self-sustain again. There we go. Back to self-sustaining. Now blue has to connect to blue. So, seems pretty logical to go blue source. Ta-da! And have this box here, so I can probably put this on this button. Oh wow, I solved it already. I'll be honest, I totally thought there was going to be another step there. I thought that there was going to be an extra level of complexity, but ultimately, less of a big deal than I thought it would be. In fact, hang on a second. Let me test something real quick. I think I may have a freestanding connector that I can ignore if I do this right. Let's try this real quick. Nope, wrong angle. My bad. Progress. There we go. So this is the entire puzzle solved. And I have an extra connector. Yay, extra connector. So, even with all the doors open, I still have actually have a connector that I can run around freely with. I didn't even have to use the button. I was so sure I was going to have to use that button to elevate a connector for some reason. Huh. So the question now is, what do I do? I'm taking a look around. I don't see a lot of evidence that there's more to do around here. I feel like I might be done. I don't know, it's weird. I solved all 3 puzzles, sure, but I don't have any evidence of a secret. There's always secrets, aren't there? I don't know, leave a comment. You don't necessarily need to spoil what it is, but if you think I've missed something major in this world, feel free to tell me, but despite not feeling like I found any secrets, it feels kind of done. Take a quick look around for any maybe laser locations in the overworld that could do cool things. Take a look at the top of the spire. No lasers on the spire, no lasers on this doorway. Huh. Weird. This is the gray. All right, I guess that's it, guys. That's all of World B's gray puzzles, solved relatively quickly without much hassle, and no secrets found. But there may not be a secret to begin with. Oh, what's that? It's a QR code. Can I read that QR code? I don't think it wants me to read that. That QR code looks pretty broken. Huh. I wonder if a player put that down. It's in such a janky location that I get the feeling that someone like Main G did it or something, because that is a broken ass QR code. Oh, you can kind of see it in inside the next wall too, when the sun's not in your eyes. Life is weird, guys. Life is weird.